What is going on, guys? N1njaHawks here. Today I'm going to be ranking every single Xbox 360 game pick from my favorite to what I definitely do not enjoy at all. I'm using a website that does this and it's actually pretty good. I'll even link it in the description, but other than that, let's jump into the fun, shall we? Actually, no, before we jump into the fun, I just gotta show you something. I got a chair for me to play in my room where I play my games. Finally, I can actually sit in the chair instead of be on the pillow right there, just sitting down, which I don't know why, but around 2018 I started to sore backs a lot, so I'm so happy that I've got this chair, and it's been a huge difference since. Definitely the best chair I've sat on in forever. This is my ranking tier list. Made it nice and simple. Otherwise, let's start getting pictures. We're going to start at the very beginning with the original Xbox picture, which is on the top left. Absolutely on my best list anytime soon. Let's move over to the next one. Second to make the best list will be the dragon picture. My third favorite Xbox 360 picture of all time, and it definitely shows thanks to the awesome colors, and I just like everything all around about it. Those checkerboard patterns really do make the dragon stand out a lot. Next up we have the Tony Hawk American Wasteland green character, but I'm just going to call it American Wasteland Alien. I don't know why, but I just enjoy this picture. However, as much as I do enjoy it, it's definitely not on the very good list. I know I've seen better, but I will tell you now that it's still pretty cool regardless. But hey, you know what? It's best to have a good picture than a terrible one, right? Next up, my favorite gamer pick on the Xbox 360, the red versus blue character. My dream come true, having a dark blue Master Chief as a game pick. Heck yeah, and it's also my favorite because I like absolutely everything about it. The color, so on, and I didn't know it was a red versus blue character until now. However, I haven't watched red versus blue in forever, but this gamer pick always makes me want to go back to the old Xbox 360 every time. Next picture is Master Chief. Second favorite pick of mine being Halo 2 Master Chief. I really don't have anything else to explain from here other than I like it. True fact about me is my favorite game of the Halo franchise is Halo 2. Next up we have another Tony Hawk American Wasteland character, Iggy. I hate this gamer pick, it's so ugly and so is the character itself. Anyway, let's put it down the bottom where it belongs. Coming up, we have the Xbox 360 pick. Very good default choice and definitely on the very good tier. May not be on my number one tier, however, it doesn't matter because this is still a very good choice. Next up, we have the Panda. In my early days, I used to think that this was an average pick, but then I started to really enjoy it more and more. And yeah, this was my dad's pick whenever he was playing on the Xbox 360, and I could definitely tell, yep, this is a pretty good pick, and I've actually begin to like it more and more over time. Time to sail more, the pirate pick. An average pick, on my opinion, only just, I really don't find it's either good or bad, and I've never really felt anywhere else outside of average for this pick. Starting off with our first chemo character, I hope I pronounced that right. I do not know any of the names for these monsters, but however, let's start off with this one. First time I've ever seen this picture, and guess what? It was this year, and it sucks. I'm sorry, but I really do not enjoy this one at all. Not the worst, but definitely terrible on my list. Next up, race car driver pick. Great job to whoever made this, however, there is one flaw that I do have that prevents it from being very good or the best. I feel like it's too zoomed in. Otherwise, great job, but not anywhere beyond the good list. Talking more about chemo, let's go over to our second monster. Another terrible pick on the terrible list, and you know what this picture reminds me of? Reminds me of a Monsters Inc. character, but way more ugly in comparison. Not the worst I haven't seen, but definitely nowhere's on the average section. Ew, I don't want to look at this picture again. Next we have the Gears of War symbol. The red and black with the Gears of War feel to it. I don't know, it's just good enough the way how it is as a symbol. It really doesn't need to be like any character at all. It just shows that sometimes you don't need a character to be as your profile picture. You just need a symbol and you're set to go. This is a perfect example and I love it. Next on the list, I do not know who the character is, but he looks like a terrible Juggernaut clone from the X-Men. Our very first very bad tier list character pick. Very ugly and just all around disgusting to look at. May not be terrible, but definitely very bad, absolutely. I wonder if this was what the people were like when they were thinking about making this profile pic. What's my new Xbox 360 pick gonna be for my Xbox 360 list to add in for Microsoft? I wonder, there's everything white around here. Oh, what's this? Oh, this is actually a grey box. Cool. What's my favourite character? Juggernaut from the X-Men. So let's make this dark and add Juggernaut to it and then make it like a very dark, mouldy, yucky grey. Yep, great idea. Coming up, we have the first picture of Joanna from Perfect Dark Zero. Good pick, I like it. But I wish this wasn't Joanna from Perfect Dark and it was somebody else, which is why it's preventing it from being on the very good list. However, I still think that it's a pretty good pick. Makes me wish that they really had a Perfect Dark 64 pick on the Xbox 360 library. Let's finish off Joanna by doing the second Joanna pick. Wow, what a garbage picture. Wow. Just wow. All around terrible. Let's move on. On the left side next to Joanna, we have a Roman warrior. Fun fact, I never knew this was even a thing on the Xbox 360 Game of Pics. I don't even remember this when I was young, so I figure, you know what, I'm going to judge it from what I think now, and it's pretty bad. I'm happy I don't remember this at all. They could have made it so much better, however, unfortunately, it just wasn't what I was thinking of. Maybe if they did a better job, I would put it somewhere on the good list. Speaking of the devil, we have the devil woman from Tony Hawk American Wasteland. What could be worse than a devil? I know how, a human devil. Worst profile pick ever. All around ugly. I absolutely hated this pick and I still do now. There's only one more word to describe this. This release sucks. More Wasteland to go with Vomiting Guy.
Whoever came up with this is an asshole!
Jokes, I'm not really gonna say that, but anyway, what makes this particular game pick the absolute worst game pick ever? Everything. I mean, look at it. Look at it. Does this look like something that you want your entire family or even online people to go, whoa, this is cool? No, it makes you look so gross. The other worst picks ever category are terrible, but this just screams worst of everything. Please, move on before I get sick. Keeping our eyes open for what's next, we have the eyeball. I'm surprised how good an eyeball pick can be. Simple beats complex, and here, simple certainly does beat complex. May not be on the best category, and it doesn't need to be because it's a very good Xbox 360 pick. Last time in American Wasteland, we have Mohawk Man. Nice and decent. Cool. Coming from Winter, Beanie Soldier. I cannot believe by my eyes, and I'm seeing the worst soldier pick on the worst Xbox 360 picture as well too. Jeez, disappointing. Absolutely ugly, deserves it to be here. Next up, Default Soldier. Very boring, not even good picture. Please, let's go over to the next one. Let's cover the last soldier pick and move on. Another very boring soldier character. I'm guessing these are from Ghost Recon, but wow, these really do suck. Next up, we have two characters instead of one. I just wanted to do it because why not? And I don't know if these have a name or anything, but I'm going to call them Ugly Male and Female. Worst male and female game picks ever. If you want good categories of either male or female game pics, pick something else. Next up is funky smiley face pic. I'm not sure if it has a name, but yep, crazy, funky, nice and decent, how I like it. Getting to the bottom end of the profile picture zone, I'm not sure what this character is, but I'm going to call her Blue Girl. Second worst female pic on the worst category, and also the second ugliest as well too. I don't know who created the pic, but wow. Geez, someone really went all blue. Going into bizarre territory, we have a green Pac-Man looking figure. Pretty cool looking character, however the reason why it's on the decent list instead of the good list is I'm not particularly a fan of the colours. Moving on to the next chemo pic, we have a red and yellow character. The colours aren't terrible. I'm not a fan of the character in particular. I think the pic was very badly designed and very fitting that I'm putting on the very bad list. I was going to put it on the terrible spot, but hey, at least I like the colours, if you get what I mean, but that's still not saying a lot in comparison to everything else. Coming up with more chemo, let's go with the main character. I remember playing around with the menus on the Xbox 360 Blades dashboard, and I saw this pic for the first time. I'm like, nope, get this ugly thing off of me. And what do I think of it now? I still think it's ugly. And I think it's complete trash in comparison to what's above it. I'm going to get the rest of them out of the way, so let's get over to the dragon and the plant creature. Out of all these type creatures, my favourite are these two in particular. They just really are my favourite if you ask me. There is one that isn't really a picture that's also my favourite, being the Blizzard one. I may not like the game Chemo, but however, I will tell you now that I do like these two game pics. They're really awesome. They were very close to making the best list, I'm not gonna lie. They were that close. Final monster to cover, Fish Monster. Just as bad as the main character, nothing to reply with, so let's move on. Last Halo picture to cover, we have my boy Sergeant Johnson. A true fact about my Xbox 360 experience, I never got to see his profile picture at all, even in the Blades menu. Maybe it must have been like an Xbox 360 Halo 3 edition one, but I'm going to tell you what I think of right now. I love it. What makes me like it more is it's another Halo 2 pick. The free Halo picks came from Halo 2 because, well, at the time, Halo 3 wasn't out yet, so made sense. Finishing the third line, we have a grey guy in a black background. Yep, completely original, right? One ugly, terrible grey guy. I wonder where they got this picture idea from. Fuck! Of course I lost. Holy crap, go send that to Microsoft on our new menu. From one ugly pic, we're not done yet. No. We have one more ugly picture to go over next that's also in the terrible zone, so let's get over this ugly mess. From one ugly picture, let's get rid of the other one. What a huge missed opportunity. This could have been good, a devil human being, but however the colours are so ugly. And the picture is just really, really disgusting. It's definitely on the terrible list. Next up, two realistic characters. They're pretty shit. Let's move on. Race Car Will is next on the list. Perfect description, decent. Stretching into bright territory, well, good for robbing anyway, we have the robber pick. Robbers. Definitely the best of the bunch if you ask me. I'm not in particular a huge robber character fan. However, the Xbox 360 pick, on the other hand, I'm definitely a fan of. And I really do enjoy that bubble gum it's chewing on. Just keeps making me wonder what could be next on the other side. Now I really want a bubble gum. Next up, Fable 1 main character. Iconic, awesome, cool. I may not be into Fable, in fact I'm not really at all, and the only one I've played is the second game. However, no matter what I think of Fable, I can definitely immediately tell you right now, this picture is so awesome. But before I end it off right here, let's go over just the few pictures left in a different or whatever, because why not, instead of just the same screen. Getting into smaller territory, let's go with a smiley face. Damn, yeah, it was a very good day for me, but anyway, outside of that, the smiley face pick is a very good pick. I like the colours, and surprisingly, purple fits very well with this background. However, I don't think it's the best pick I've ever seen, but you know what? A very good one will always make me smile. Next, Xbox 360 girl pick. I hate this picture. I'm not going to put under terrible the worst because it's nowhere near that, but definitely nowhere above very bad. I hate it. Let's move on. Let's pick a dead or alive character because why not? I don't know the names for them, but let's go with the main character. My go-to dead or alive free character, because that's the only dead or alive game I've ever played. Profile pic is really, really cool. Normally when I see a pink background, I think it's the absolute worst, but here, I'm surprised that I don't really have that feeling, so great job. I'm surprised how the cartoon makes it look amazing. After this Dead or Alive pick, we're going to finish the other ones off. In Dead or Alive, I don't really care about this character at all, but the profile pic, damn, much better than the actual character. You don't often see me put a character I hate, but I actually like the profile pic of the character more than the actual character itself in-game. But hey, I'm happy that this character pic is really, really, really good. Yeah, it definitely deserves the best list, but unfortunately this is going to be the last best list for the Dead or Alive characters. Next up, we have two characters that I have a tie with on the same tier list. Why are they on the bad list, you might be wondering? Just not my favourites, that's really it. Let's finish the final one, shall we? If I'm guessing correctly, this is the grey hair character from Dead or Alive. Very close character to being on the best one, the closest out of the very good category. I'm pretty shocked. Very well done, and I won't lie by mentioning it again being the closest. Next two are the dog and the soccer ball. I'm going to start off with the soccer ball, a true classic and one of my original favourites. Finally, the dog. Awesome, cuddly, and wow, it just makes me really wish that it was real life. Oh wait, no, it is real life, wouldn't you believe it? Passed away a very long time ago, but wow. I guess the dog really sure likes the camera because I like this picture. The last three will be Monkey, Laughing Robot, I think that's what it really is, and Skullboy. Let's begin with my favourite one, the Skull Kid. Like absolutely everything about it, and if we didn't include the Halo characters, this would easily be my second favourite pick. I absolutely enjoyed this picture. Onto the monkey. Yep, my favourite monkey right here. Now onto called Laughing Robot. I'm starting to think that it's an evil robot. Either way, I enjoy it. Fun fact, my cousin has it as his profile pic. And that is the tier list for the Xbox 360 Gamer Pick tier list of mine. If you want to share your tier list with me, be sure to do so if you like. Other than that, better start wrapping up. So thank you everybody for spending your time with this long ass video. Really was such a stress to make for me, but anyway, I'll see you all until my next video.